to explore science. This is Nikita to ease your learning. In the first lecture of modern periodic table and the periodic properties, we have learned the various elements and the location of those elements in the periodic table. In this lecture, we are going to study the characteristics of the periods in the long form of the periodic table. We shall discuss the characteristics while moving from left to right horizontally in a period. So the characteristics which we are going to study are valence electrons of the elements, valency of the elements, atomic size or volume of the atoms, metallic and non-metallic character of the elements, reactivity of the elements, nature of oxides of the elements. So the characteristic which we are going to study first is valence electrons of the elements. Now what do you mean by the valence electrons? The electrons present in the outermost shell of the atom. Okay, so you can see in the figure there, in the center there is nucleus which consists of proton and neutron, and electrons are revolving around the nucleus in the shells which are known as the electron shells. Okay, so the elements in the same period have same number of electron shells. As many electron shells are around the nucleus, that corresponds to which period that element belongs to. Okay, so the electrons in the valence shell are divided by 1 across the period. That is, first element is having 1 electron in its valence shell, and the last element in the same period will have 8 electrons. But we know that exceptions are always there. So in the first period, what is the exception? That first element, that is hydrogen, has 1 electron in its valence shell, whereas the last member of this period is helium, that is having 2 electrons in its valence shell. It means that it does not obey the above stated thing that the last element is having 8 electrons in the valence shell. Okay, because helium is having only 2 electrons in its valence shell. Okay, so here in this diagram you can see that in the first period there is hydrogen having 1 electron. You can see there red colored electron in the valence shell, whereas helium is having 2 electrons. Okay, then in the second period lithium is having only 1 red bubble, that is the valence electron. Then beryllium is having 2, boron is having 3, carbon is having 4, nitrogen is having how many? 5, oxygen is having 6, fluorine is having 7, and the noble gas neon, it is having 8. It means that its octet is complete. Okay, it is highly stable and inert. That means it is chemically inactive and does not react with the other elements. Okay, likewise in the third period sodium is having 1 electron in the valence shell, magnesium is having 2, aluminium is having 3, silicon is having 4, phosphorus is having 5, okay, sulfur is having 6, and again chlorine is having 7. Argon is again the noble gas, it is having complete octet, having 8 valence electrons in the outermost shell. Okay, so the next characteristic we have here is the valency of the elements. Okay, so as one moves from left to right in a period, the valency of elements with respect to hydrogen increases from 1 to 4 and then decreases to 1. Okay, so this is with respect to hydrogen. You know, H is the symbol for hydrogen. When we talk about with respect to hydrogen, it increases from 1 to 4 and again decreases to 1. Okay, and the noble gases is always having valency as 0. Okay, so when we are talking with respect to oxygen, the valency increases from 1 to 7 as we move along the period. Okay, so the valency of inert gases whose outermost shell is complete is 0. So in this diagram you can see the first row represents the elements, second row is the number of valence electrons. So this is for second period they have given you. Okay, second and third period. Then in the third row, valency is given with respect to hydrogen. Why I am saying with respect to hydrogen, you can see there. Till carbon it increases from 1 to 4. Lithium to carbon it increases from 1 to 4. Then from carbon to fluorine it is decreasing again to 1. So that is why we are saying that this is with respect to hydrogen. But with respect to oxygen it will only increase. Okay. The next property we have is the size or volume of the atoms. So when we talk about the size of the atoms, the size is indicated in terms of radius of the atom. Now you first need to know that what is the radius of the atom. You can see there the yellow colored nucleus in the diagram, okay, and the outermost valence shell is also labeled there. So the distance from the nucleus, center of the nucleus to the valence shell is the radial length. Okay, the distance between the center of nucleus to the outermost shell of the atom. Okay, then the radius is measured in angstrom units, where 1 angstrom is equal to 1 into 10 power minus 10 meter. Okay, so the atomic radius decreases as one moves from left to right in a period. Okay, the atomic radii of the noble gases suddenly increase. Okay, so from here you can say that the atomic radii gradually decrease as one moves from left to right in a given period, and the atomic radii of the noble gases like neon and argon suddenly increase as compared to its predecessor. Predecessor means the element just before it. Okay, so the reason for decrease of atomic radii along the period from left to right is that as one moves horizontally from left to right, there is consecutive addition of one proton in the nucleus and one electron in the valence shell. Already I have told that one electron in the valence shell increases by 1 as we move along a period. And we know that all the atoms are neutral. So if the electron is being added in the valence shell, the same number of protons will be added in the nucleus. And we know that the protons are positively charged. And there are nuclear forces between protons and the electrons. Okay, so when the more electron is added in the outermost shell, the proton exerts a pull inwards. Okay, more electron is added, so more pull inwards is there. So that is why this atomic radii is going to decrease. Okay, and the reason for sudden increase of atomic radius in the noble gases is that when an octet is formed in the valence shell, okay, the arrangement of electrons in the outermost shell becomes structurally stable. Since it is now structurally stable, so the nucleus can no longer pull the extra nuclear electrons with the same force, and hence atomic radius increase. So this is very important, the reason you should know, and you should know how to explain this. Okay, so you can see this diagram here. Atomic radius is decreasing as we move from left to right, but for the noble gases it does not decrease, it suddenly increases because of the structural stability. The next property we are having is the metallic and non-metallic character of the elements. On moving from left to right in a given period, the metallic character of elements gradually decreases, that is, it changes from metallic nature to metalloid, then to non-metallic nature, and finally the last element in period is inert, that is the noble gas. Okay, so you know that if metallic character is decreasing, obviously non-metallic character will increase. So this is the order. We know that in the periodic table, left hand side there are metals, in the middle there are metalloids, and on the extreme right side there is non-metallic elements present. Okay. So from here you should know that what is electropositivity. You know that when two atoms are exchanging the electrons, one atom is gaining electrons and the other atom is losing the electrons. So metals lose electrons, so they are electropositive in nature. And for electronegativity, vice versa for of the electropositive nature, it means that non-metals are gaining. So on the right side when we are moving, the non-metallic character is increasing, it means that electronegativity is also increasing. Okay, on the left side electropositivity increases. So you can see the various orders as we move along the periodic table. The electron affinity and the ionization energy we will discuss in the coming lectures. Other things I have explained already to you. Next comes the reactivity of the elements. Okay. So as one moves from left to right in a period, the reactivity of elements gradually decreases up to the fourth group. Okay, and then starts increasing, because metallic character is decreasing, so the reactivity will decrease till fourth group. Then when the non-metallic character increases to going towards the right side, the reactivity will again increase. Okay. Alright, so the last element is again chemically inactive because the outermost shell is full with 8 electrons. So this is what you can see here, that moving from middle, if we are moving to the left side, metal reactivity increases, and if we are moving on the right side, then non-metal reactivity is increasing. The next property we have is the nature of oxides of the elements and chemical bonding. So as one moves from left to right in a period, the basic nature of the oxides gradually decreases and the acidic nature of the oxides gradually increases. The first member of period forms a highly basic oxide and the last member form a highly acidic oxide. Then the chemical bonding changes from electrovalent to covalent as one moves from left to right in a period. So about this we will study in detail in the chemical bonding chapter. There you will have more clarity about this. Okay. So you can see here that this, as we move from left to right, covalent character of the bond is going to increase and the electron valency is going to decrease. So that was all for this video. If you are having any doubt or queries, you can post in the comment box below. If the video was helpful, you have to like this video and don't forget to subscribe this channel. Thank you.